Sarah Jacobson, Artsy Fartsy Life. So today we are going to be doing black embossing, and I have done a ton of tests for us already using the Distress Dauber, Distress embossing pens, Versamark, which I did a test with Versamark and a number of other types of embossing pads, and Versamark won hands down. I used Distress Black Soot, which did really well. And then two kinds of embossing powder. This Scooby stuff is the aged black embossing enamel, and then this black super fine detail embossing powder, which I love very much. Like that is this stuff. It's very shiny. So if you're going for a matte finish, it is not a matte finish. It is a shiny finish. Look at that. And this is on terrible paper. This is just typing paper. Well, it's decent typing paper, but still typing paper. So today we're gonna try some different things with our embossing, our black embossing powder. And the first thing I want to do, because I want to tart up my background paper some, is I don't love this, how this turned out, but I know if I get black circles on it, I'm going to be happier with it because I just know me. So we're going to start putting some black circles on this. We're going to try to make it something that I like. So I'm going to use the black soot. And I'm going to go over some of these circles that are already here. Okay. And that's going to give me a lighter coating of this powder. And then we're going to do some Versamark, which should give me a heavier coating of it. Ooh, that's taking my black stuff off. Let's try something else. All right, we got a top here. Let's see what happens with that. I'm just trying to make a variety of circles. Ooh, there we go. That's good. Okay, let's have some more circles. Let me grab, okay, I got these guys. Can't remember where I put it. Oh, there we go. Ooh, see, I'm loving this more already. Okay. And then, so I made some circles, but now we're going to make some marks. So I'm going to make these trees. And this is with the Ranger embossing pen. It's going to be a little tree, and this is going to be a big tree, and this is going to be a tree. Okay. I know there's some kind of fancy symbol, but I always think of them when I see people make them as trees. So I'm making trees. There we go. And if you're especially interested in not having extra black marks, then for sure I would use, before you start, the anti-static pen, but I actually like that. I'm kind of excited about that. Okay, so we're gonna dump our embossing powder in. Now, if this is your first time doing embossing, know that you'll see me pour out like the whole jar, and that's fine because it just goes right back in and the whole jar is still there, right? So let's see, what else can we do? I like the circles to be round circles. So let's do some more black soot on these little ones. Okay. And you can use anything to emboss. You can emboss with, I'm embossing with black soot, Ranger ink. You can emboss with Versamark. You can emboss with, I tried some Vicky Bouton. Vicky Bouton. That makes it very globby. So you can do whatever you want with this. But I am truly loving how this is going. And now I think let's try this. Let's do some more marks, but let's do them a different direction. See how we like it by the circles. Okay, let's try that. Ooh. See, I love this paper so much more now. Okay, so I like how that went. So let's do a few more of these circles where we're kind of accenting. Ooh, I like one off the side. Don't always stick to your paper. And I'm gonna go down, 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 down. And I'm gonna go, uh-oh, which one did I do? Was it this one? Well, I can't tell. I'm gonna have to wait. You have a little bit of playtime with, like open time with your embossing powder, but you don't have all the time in the world. So if you can't figure out where you put your stuff, then hurry up. And here's another tip. I do all my powdering and then I heat emboss it, but you'll see down here, I lost some of that, which is fine with me. I like to have like lots of layers, lots of colors, but if you're looking for perfect circles, or if you're looking for perfect anythings, you're gonna wanna heat emboss it in the middle because that kind of stops the ability to knock the embossing powder off. But we are gonna emboss now. This is the exciting part, right? So this is our first one, using kind of found elements and lines for our embossing to make a paper you like. See, I like this paper 10 times more. Now, if you hold your paper up, it'll emboss faster. Okay, so that is super cool. That made me love this paper more. So that's our number one. Let's do number two. Oh, I should probably do this later. Okay, let's do number two. This is acrylic paint on a book page that I did with the gel plate. And we are gonna do some more designs on it. Okay, I think I want some writing on it. Oh, this is perfect. Okay, so I want some writing on it. So I want to get, and I'm going to turn this and turn this and turn this. So for this one, because it's very fine detail, I am going to use the actual embossing powder. I'm going to use the super fine embossing powder. So let's do this. Oops, sorry. I only have so much time, so we're gonna, there we go. All right, let's cover this up. Let's put it over here. Okay. So now, look how cool that looks. Woo! I'm in love. So that was Versamark, and then this. Now, you can see on this stamp that this is glossy, and that's because embossing liquid, any kind of embossing liquid, is a glue. And so I hardly ever clean anything off, but I will always clean off my stamps, because if I didn't, then I would be putting glue on my stamps. It could fill them in, and I could wind up with stamps that don't actually work anymore. Okay, so now let's do this one. Okay, so that's way number 2. I love how this turned out. I will totally use this for my crafting. So that's 1 and 2. Things are going great. All right, I just invited catastrophe because I said things were going great. Okay, so now I'm gonna take this one. This is background paper I made with my son. I can tell because it's black and red and then a little bit of blue. He loves using black. So let's take this white part, because we need contrast, right, to make anything happen. So we're gonna cut out that white part and make this a background paper. I'm going to use this, and we're just gonna go and highlight things in black. And I'm not gonna do everything, but this is taking a stencil piece, and we did this on the gel plate, and just adding some details here and there, okay? And we're gonna, I think this one might fit in my tray. I love my tray. Okay. All right. Here we go. Okay, so we've got some of them highlighted. I'm going to do some more, but I wanted to stop and see where we were at, right? Okay, so let's do... Now remember, if you worry about things getting ruined, then do your embossing. I don't worry about things getting ruined. And I think I'm going to do one off the page, because I always like to do something off the page. Okay. Oh, look at that. Okay. I feel like we're missing something up there in the black. So we are going to do this around the top. Maybe do this V. See what happens. If I don't like the V, I'll do more V's, right? If I don't like something, I just do more of it. Ooh, I like the V. Okay, so let's do more V's. Let's get our embossing powder in our embossing cup first, so that I have it to pour out. Oh no, some fell out. All right. Let's scrape this off. Over here. Dump it in. There we go. All right, we got a little smudgy over here, so we can fix that, right? We know how to fix that. We just go like that. And then let's do a circle here. Let's do a circle here. Let's do a V here. Let's do this little thing. All right, let's see how this looks. Oh, nice, nice. Yay. Okay, So I love that. And now we emboss. Okie dokie. Now, I love that. I almost feel like I might come back later and do that last one in the black, but for sure, that is cute. Now, we are going to do something fun. Some on the inside. Now I want to do some through a stencil. And I want to get a lighter color paper. I, of course, have all dark color papers. Hold on. I had one. Didn't I have one? I do. Okay. So, on this, I already have some fun embossing because honest to God, if it isn't stuck down, I'm embossing it. Let's just call a spade a spade. Okay. So, I love how this embossing turned out, but I want some, see how this has the, oh, what's that called? Harlequin? I love that Harlequin. Let me see if I can find it. I think it's probably getting cleaned because I used it yesterday, but here's this. You don't want to mix up too many stencils, otherwise it just becomes kind of a mishmash mess. So I'm going to use this same one that we have here with this, and we're going to use black, and I did this with Vicki Boutin's stuff before. This is Creative FX. I also tried it with clear gesso, and it didn't work because it was too loose, right? This is nice and stiff. It stays stiff. It goes in the stencil nice. And I'm not sure what it's actually supposed to be used for, but I use it for a lot of things. It's very cool. It's a very cool product. Okay, so let's get our black out. Well, let's go this way so it doesn't have to try to jump over the edges of the page. There we go. And we're not getting as fine a detail as we would if we used embossing powder, but I'm fine with that. I'm just trying to tuck it in there. Okay, I think that is stunning. So we are going to do it again. So let's come down here. I'm going to find that same leaf. And you'll notice when I was heat embossing it the first time, it takes a lot longer to make the embossing plastic melt when you're using something that's thicker. And this is definitely thicker than embossing medium, either the pens or the dauber or anything like that. Okay. Boop. Ooh, good one. All right, we're going to do one more up here, and maybe we'll do something just a little different. Do we want some kind of a flowery thing coming down out of the corner? Okay, I am not the world's best stamp cleaner or anything else, but I will tell you that anytime I do a project like this, I will clean those stencils. I will clean the stuff, because if you don't, it's going to be stuck on there forever, which is not a good thing. And you'll also notice it took a lot more time. Uh-oh, I'm out of stuff. There we go. Okay, that is gorgeous. That's gorgeous, for real. Okay. Oh my gosh, got too much stuff out here. Okay, so let's put that back where it lives. Let's get this. Don't forget, we can always... Uh-oh, I think I lost a little bit of my black on here. We can always go back and heat set that. The critical timing is between when you put the liquid on the paper and when you get the embossing powder into it. Okay. All right. So this I think is special. I think it's going to be a specialty item rather than a use all the time item. Versamark is great. This is great. That's going to be my go-to from now on. All right. So let's heat emboss this and get this done. All right. So here are our 5 different looks for using black embossing. Kind of feel like we should arrange them artistically. There we go. For using black embossing, and I love how they turned out. Terry Jacobson, Artsy Fartsy Life.